So why do I do what I do? And I got a story to share with you. And I'd like you, please, to meet my younger self. So on this picture, I was roughly 5 years old, thereabouts. I want to introduce you now to my memory lane to give you context to show you what I do. And so I'd like you to meet my class. And as you can see in my class, there are roughly 6 children there. And there's a reason why. 6 children with 2 members of staff. The reason being was I was diagnosed as being dyslexic at a very early age. And I've got memories of being laughed at whenever I would be reading. They would laugh at me. I would mispronounce words, add word in, take words out, because I really struggled academically. To the point where in year 6 now, it was documented that I was 4 years behind my peers. Not 1 year or 2 years, but 4 years behind my peers. That meant that I was 1 key stage behind my friends. And that had a massive impact on my self-esteem, my confidence around who I could become. And so you can see in my school report here on this slide, it demonstrates that my SATs results were level 2 in year 6, 4 years behind. And so what happened then, I progressed into secondary school, and my phone tutor is a lovely man. He meant well, because he did support me, but what he did say at the parents' evening was, David is a lovely young man. However, based on his SATs results, he wouldn't attain anything substantial based on his SATs results. And I'm sure you would agree in that moment, I felt really demotivated. I thought, well, what's the point if I'm going to fail anyway? But this evening want to encourage you, parents, educators, policymakers, there is life and death in your tongue. My mum at that parents' evening said, David, because there was a display board outside the head teacher's office that had pictures of all the high attainers. My mum said to me, David, one day you will be up there. And because she saw my potential, I believed every word that she said to me. And I said, you know what? If she says that, then she is right. So parents, I encourage you, there are life and death in the words that we speak to our young people. But in the same vein, essentially, my dad bought my brother and I a computer so I could begin to correct my spellings over time and improve my literacy skills. And I really worked having tuition on the weekends. I developed a learning strategy, not knowing what I was doing, but I learned a learning strategy that empowered me to achieve not 1 grade or 2 grades, but 5 grades above my expected. And so I left school having achieved 5 grades above my expected. So I've learned from that children, young people, adults, educators, you have potential inside of you to be unlocked. I'll say it again. You have potential inside of you to be unlocked. Now, if you are someone right now they're not happy with, the good news is we can change our narrative. We can improve our life by believing that we can succeed. And everything was going really, really well until this happened. My dear dad had a routine operation, which went really well. There were complications, and long story short, I was in a hospital, not for 1 month or 2 months, but 19 months straight. And in that time, I had to work 2 jobs as a cleaner, as an administrator, and so on. But I was able to improve things in that way. And then I finally was able to graduate as a chemist in 6 years, as opposed to 3 years, became a qualified chemist, became a qualified teacher, And so my life, my work now is simply seeing potential in young people, in adults, and having it unlocked. I believe you got potential, young people got potential, adults have potential to flourish. And so simply, at Potential Unlocked, we recognize the gifts, talents, and passion of our students. We believe they got potential to be unlocked because if they have a supportive environment, they got a winning strategy, and also a winning mindset, the world is an oyster and they will be destined for greatness.